Hey guys, it's Tartan coming at you with another episode of Total War Warhammer 3. We're here with the second episode of Sayl the Faithless on release date of Tides of Torment, and we're gonna hunt a dragon. Is he here? He is here. So we could wait here for a couple of turns, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna fight this dragon. I guess it's just trolls plus the reinforcements, and he has just like a ton of HP, right? But we're gonna do it, and then afterward we'll have access to a cool dragon, and you know what that means. Dragons forever. A dangerous, murderous Chaos Frost Dragon is a great offering to the gods indeed, and none are more dangerous and murderous than Frigastrix.
Frigastrix is here for the taking, my lord.
Alright, so they slow the movement of all units on the map, and they summon debilitating snowstorms, and we're supposed to try to avoid them. Got it.
You must brave the storm, but be mindful of your approach when you decide to charge the beast. Be extreme.
Oh, right, we are... Okay. This map... This map is 2 inches big, right? We start on the guy. But it's just going to be messy. The dragon, you know, has 12,000 hit points, but I have no idea how this is going to go. I think we're just gonna fight him, right? Is someone going to come from behind us? Probably someone. We'll just put some guys here. Hey, Limtrix, how are you? I don't know why that music's stuck in your head. I don't know if I know who they are. But I hope it's a good thing that it is. Alright, so we do have Plague of Rust. Alright, so here, and we're just gonna get that on here. Because this is like a wild thing, right? Like, he just charged directly in. Is that all there is? I mean, I guess he is incredibly strong. Okay, yeah, look at him melting. Look at him melting them. Oh, those are the storms we're supposed to try to avoid, right? Yeah. Well, now we know why, you know. It does a ton of damage to the infantry, but we have the heroes go in, right? And they are actually able to do a ton of damage, and... Alright, yeah, so I guess that's what it is. Just don't run in. Just don't run into the storms with your melee troops, which is very tempting as Norsca, right? You just need a bunch of javelins. Because he's not, like, doing a ton of damage to anyone. It's just the AoE that these guys are taking. We could just run away, right? Why not? Why not just run away? And then Executioner works on the Chaos Dragon. That's hysterical. That's amazing. Alright, so we're doing just fine here. We're doing just fine. Because this dragon's gonna get popped for like 2k damage. You know, gotta love it. And they do bring in a Chaos Frost Dragon from the rear there, but, you know, we're not gonna expect him to last too much longer here. Alright, great, you know, sure it was messy, but we already won. We just gotta prove it to everybody that's left on the map. And of course, trolls do still regenerate when they're fleeing, right? Which can be very surprising if you don't know. And I'm playing a little carelessly. I mean, not like to lose, but to lose units. But maybe I could just worry a little less about it. Anyway, we do need to upgrade our army a little bit now that we're incredibly rich. And we're, in just a turn or two, we're going to have access to some really nice stuff. I mean, we have access to some really nice stuff right now. It's just such an awesome looking game. The Chaos Dragon waddles away. Very bravely waddles away. It could be back. This is such a very small map. But you know, sometimes the hunt is like that. The dragon is right there in front of you, surrounded by trolls that it somehow is not eating. I'm sure the dragon has a reason for not wanting to eat troll. Maybe he didn't want to get any tougher and stronger. Like, who is still fighting here? Because the light cav, you know, they're fine in the early game, and I want to believe in them. I'm just not a good enough player to make them good. I mean, they're fine. They got work done. 1,000 value. Who knows how much of that was after they were running away. Doesn't matter. What matters is an elegant and graceful Frost Dragon hunt. Yep, so there we go. We get a 20% ward save for all characters, which is so crazy, right? Like, that's so good. And cheaper stuff. 15, like, that's an amazing reward. It really is just so good. 15 leadership, it's wonderful. And of course now we get access to this Chaos Frost Dragon, who we'll definitely find a space for. And we get an ability for this vortex thing. Is that you get to use it however many times you want to? If this just does that spell thing and you get to do it every couple of minutes, that is extraordinary. We'll see. Gives them huge armor. And now we're going to get magical attacks for everything, yeah. And then right after that, man, we're certainly trucking along. And now we get to Final Transmutation, the best spell in the game. It's one of the best spells for me because I'm not very good. So what we're going to do here is... Look, the Bearmen just don't do anything. They're ITP, but like, fundamentally, like, the Chaos Warrior is just better, right? And that is the sad truth of it. And now we can get a dragon, and that is the happy truth of it. We're going to need to drop probably one of the Kurgans too, but not right now. Alright, so what we want to do here is just move towards Vilitch. We can keep this army until we sort that out. And of course, they're totally down for chaos stuff. You know, that just helps them out. But also, you know, is everything we want. We have 41k. We got the dragon. We got the sweet dragon ability. I'm actually, like, this is great. You gotta love just irresponsible amounts of power being given to you. You absolutely have to love it. You're given no choice but to love it. There we go. And there's an encounter over somewhere for the Wizards of the Empire, and that's what we need to do. I think it might be in here somewhere. We'll find it here. We won't. We don't want to do it now because we're not healed up. I don't know where it is. Maybe we'll see it. I thought we could at least see where it was. Maybe we... Oh, here it is. But we will get around to it in a bit. First, we have to deal with Vilitch. With the power of our loyal vassal here, Zatan the Black, we're just in for the best time, because even if he loses a little bit of land here, he'll be able to respond in time. I sure hope. Because the Bastion doesn't even, like, work for him, right? Right, it doesn't. So we're just gonna roll on up and say, hey, knock knock. How's it going? Pleased to meet you. And we're just gonna... We're just gonna wait to get that one right when we get enough spoils, because there's no point in building an inferior building there. And same thing for that. Just keep on building up the rare, you know, powerful chaos thing, right? Because normally I don't even believe in building buildings, but here it's like we're so secure that it doesn't hurt. And then the further we get, then we just get, you know, better and better Chaos Warriors. And I love Chaos Warriors. They are so, so good. They are the heavy metal heart of darkness that lets all of these chaos nonsense get off the ground. It's about them, with their ridiculously heavy armored for the tier that you get them at self. And Vilitch just rolls right up because he's like, he's tired of it, right? He is. Because he has just walked right here, and I'm not like hiding, he's just right here. It's like it's all part of the plan. It isn't. He's got nothing. We're just gonna auto him even because it's like, yeah. We already beat him in a fair fight. I mean, fair-ish earlier. He declared war on me. Let's not forget. We're gonna take stuff from him because that is what a cool guy I am. He gets both of these. 3 AP damage on everything will be really nice. All of his abilities will be nice. Some of them just like helps out the Marauder Bearman, which it'll make me sad because we're probably not going to use him for that like ever. But we could theoretically do that someday. We're going to be able to make a lot of money once he levels up a bit. And that is the heart of all of the dreams, right? Because once we get more money, a little bit more tech, we'll be able to send ever more wealth back home. Alright, so we can start... hunting for special ones, and then we get awesome items, and then later a special monster from... I mean, that's awesome. Okay. So we can just get, like, a freaking toad dragon? Yeah, we'll do that. That sounds... That sounds like fun. This is like one of the coolest monsters in the game, right? It's look, anti-inventor monsters are good actually. Of course we don't have like Tamarcon to buff them, but this is gonna be like a Tamarcon kind of run, you know. We're gonna assemble all of the might of the tribes, because it occurs to me now, right? We can we build. Can we build an outpost here? Can Norsca build outposts? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, because we can build the outpost here, and then the stuff that you can get access to from having... Yeah, we're gonna be able to get, like, artillery from Chaos Dwarves in this army. It's gonna be like a Tamarcon run for Norsca. Wow. I mean, it's not gonna be quite that busted. It's gonna be even better. Because we're gonna have mammoths. Alright. We just need to keep it rolling. Alright, if we go here, we can get another of those heroes. How important is it to get multiple of them? If we go here, we could get another one of those, and those are anti-large. We need 2 of those if we're gonna get... Yeah, we need 2 skin with Werekin, because I think those are the ones that give replenishment, I'm pretty sure. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hold off on building that, because we already don't have quite enough loot to leverage it right now. The Vilitch is like somewhere, unless he isn't, and we're about to eliminate him from the game because he's a chump. And while we're at it, we're just running all the way over all of Cathay. Miao Ying, though, has shown up, and she is, you know, a strong old lady, and it looks like the Chaos Dwarves are deciding better. And now this is so great for a mid-game, for a faction like ours, right? Because we have a strong place back home with all the buildings we need to put an army back together if anything should ever happen to ours. It's far enough away in inhospitable lands that they're not just gonna like march right across it. They're gonna stop along the way before they get all the way back home. And we have a very capable vassal neighbor, but we are going to want to go over here and push Grimgor back. So it's good that we're finishing this up. I'm not so worried about Cathay moving forward. I am worried about Grimgor just rolling everybody up. but that's the end of Vilitch. Get wrecked, buddy. And we're just gonna leave it alone. Can any of them get to us this turn? They can only do it in March, and that's not good enough. They are too far, I think. Let's walk out of it anyway. No sense in being locked in there in the event that something weird happens. If we do this, we get 800 barrier on the guy. If we do this, we get 2 more nightmare uses. Let's just go ahead and do that first. And another one of our big, chunky, heavy hitters with the AP and the anti-large. Man, look at him already, hitting for 700. And that's not even... Yeah, from the, It's not even the temporary stuff. This run is charmed indeed. Let's just build that, right? Yeah, let's just build it, whatever. No, we don't need it. We may not need it at all. With our access to magic weapon chaos warriors for the premier army. No, we there's some more cool monsters that are around. We have one more turn and then we can start hunting something else here. Hey, White Warhammer, how's it going? Said you've seen so many notifications from my streams. Well, I do stream like every day, but it's good to see you. We're having a bit of Warhammer now, as you see. So, why not? Why not Warhammer? The Wa fails. Awesome. Grimgore is at the gate of the Valeri, which is not awesome. But we've got to get, like, on the way there to push him back, right? It doesn't matter what Miao Ying does here. We're just going to take this army there, and then while we're on the way, we will try to hunt down the Toad Dragon. Alright, and we are on the way to the location there anyway. Good. Nothing like a good old Toad Dragon to make you feel better. And we'll worry about making the army better and getting, you know, the, getting the new monsters, getting the allied recruitment from our friends, the Chaos Dwarves. There in a bit. Just go to battle trophies there. Just trying to spend the money. Normally I hate spending money on things, but they actually do have an alright structure for it. Here, we could just... No. Just do it alone. Yeah, because it's only spoils to build the buildings too, if you have enough for it. Pretty interesting as far as how you can leverage it. We need to do that mission, but we've got to deal with Grimgore first. Like, we don't need him to just, like, take the capital of the Chaos Dwarves. They really need their capital, and they might... Oh, no. Because, like, there's no telling what's going to happen to the buildings inside by the time we return it to them and get it there. But, you know, we're going to get there anyway. Alright, so... some money. Alright, Grimgore is so beat up. We're just gonna march in, right? That's what we're gonna do. And then we'll be able to return it soon enough. He won't come and hit us. I mean, he might. I don't think he will. He could. We'll be ready for him. The Bale Fiends are, of course, AP wizards rather than more mobile shaman sorcerers, which now exist. But it's the Skin Wolf Werekin that we want for the parties, unless those guys have... You know, how about I check, right? Can't see till we get one. Alright, so they don't lose the Valeri. Maybe he just sacked it. But in any case, we're going to come over here to... because if he just sacked it, then maybe he just attacked it again. But if we can just protect it, even if it's pretty messed up, it'll be alright. Alright, so... There will rival hunters, but that will let us bribe them to have access to Marauder Horse Masters? No, we'll just chop them up. Get Berserk. Berserker! It's possible that Grimgore is in, like, an ambush stance. We're not going to worry too much about it. We're going to hope that Miao Ying can get messed up by the Chaos Dwarves, and we're gonna go over here to help with Grimgore, because honestly, you know he's a bigger threat, and I think he is currently popping Tamarkon. No, he is just fighting us. Well, that means we definitely have to fight him. Also, orcs are fun to fight. Even Grimgore. Right now, we have enough to like armor piercing stuff to get through. To him, because these guys are high attack, heavily armored fellows. Right now we have a bit ward safe from our effects too. I guess we go here for the hunt. We'd be able to do it and then finish it up. Okay, yeah, we found him. Good deal. Time to update the thing and a toad dragon. Good old Warhammer. Plenty of opportunities for funny dragon names. Alright, so what do they got? They got a whole lot of large things. We got Pestigores, Plague Monks, Plague Ogres, Brood Horrors, Bile Trolls, and Ogres. Wow, that's rough. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, it's got melee damage, reflection, magic missile, etc. We have the javelin hunters, which are enough to pop it, and we have our cool little chaos dragon thing. Do they have anything in the air? They don't. So we'll be able to start off with some nice frosty stuff. Alright, let's get to it. We are going to be the biggest heroes in all of Norsca. Everyone's going to be so impressed with all the hunting that we do.
Unstoppable though this loathsome creature may be in direct...
It is the essence of the hunt to overwhelm it with numbers. It is the essence of the hunt.
To overwhelm it with is not too harsh.
We're really relying on our character core to get us through here, but that's true of any army where you bring 5 characters. Look at the toad dragon there, looking so cool. This swamp looks like an awesome place to fight. Very, very Nurglish. It's the Nurgle in 'em all. It is the Lord of Decay being honored here with the toad dragon. Look at him. It is burping all over the place. It is making a mess on the ground. It apparently had swallowed up a sword. Who knows why. We also got brood horrors here. They are much more dangerous than they look. These little guys are monsters all on their own. It's just that the pestilential toad dragon is so huge that he makes all the other ones around look small, even when they're pretty big. Alright, let's start getting ready here right now. What we can do is a little bit of skirmishing over here. Not a lot of wall between the edge of the map and there. But this is a good spot for the javelins because it'll be on the ridge here. And they don't have flyers, which means they'll have to go around. And it's a total miss. It's a total miss. Wow. It's alright. It is okay, because what we're gonna do is coming over the top. No, we need to get out of here. They do get a big bit of damage there. Alright, so they're trying to flank around this way. That's like sort of okay because it's far away. Alright, the horsemen do a frontal charge into Pestis. That is bad. Not a disaster, but bad. We got them a little busy over there. That was a bad one. That was a better one. Alright, we need to get the Frost Dragon out. He's doing fine in this fight, but we need to get him out. We need to get these troops on him. We just need him back in the sky so we can get a cast off. Alright, what we're going to do now is debilitate him there. Debuff the trolls here. Eat a charge there, and then we're gonna come in here. Magic missile. I feel like all of our guys could have been in that whole time. It's okay. It's about sending a message. And the message is that we melted off the initial enemies there. Perfection. We're just gonna charge in here. It's not like smart, but we're gonna do it. And send a single Famir in here. No, we're going to charge into the Worshippers of the Crow. Look like they're getting beat down. The Rune Caller getting his work in. Look, not everybody is making it out of here. Oh, right. I forgot all about this thing. We're just gonna... Oh, no, on my own, guys. Well, it'll deal with the pestigores. Yes, it is exactly that ability. And it's every bit as broken as it seems like it'll be to get early in a campaign. And now we're gonna execute the Toad Dragon. Boom, baby. And add to the Norsca menagerie in what is certain to be one of my all-time favorite Warhammer campaign mechanics. The acquisition of a bunch of monsters. It's like the promise of what Rockhearth could have been with the Dark Elves, but with even more reward. That's really on us, you know. The javelins, they would have dealt with the brute horrors pretty quick probably, and then we didn't get them anywhere. But we lose an ROR there and an ROR there. That is okay. That is the way of the world, right? They performed bravely. $19 replan more important. And there we get contact effect that gives them vigor per second, which is quite bad, right? And then Cloud of Flies, which is fine. Just a totally cool thing. And money replenishment. Yeah, awesome. Good deal. And then I guess if we hunt them again, then we can recruit them, because I don't think we got them right then. That is okay. We're going to move forward here. Keep on helping out. We're not going to raid our guy. That's not what we're doing. We got 18, and that is good enough. And we are really close to getting the mammoth, which is, of course, the best time in the life of any warrior of Norsca. We don't really need to get that. I mean, eventually we will, but we don't need to right now. Getting towards Colossal Strike, more important. Man, some of these traits are far better than the others. We could go for a shadow to get Fizzrest, but I mean, like, would we? You could fit in another army. And they are replenishment and growth guys. Yeah, I mean, it's they're fine. It's just they're slow. You could go in another army when we get one. Because the thing is that with these beastmen here, they might just attack us, which would be, you know, in between very and mildly annoying depending on the day. We'll just have to see how it goes, right? Because we are right now stabilizing what was a pretty big problem. Once we get rid of Grimgor, but once we get rid of him from right here, he can't, like, get back in over here. And then Cathay will be nice and far away. We've got... We'll take the income from sacking settlements. I bet that'll be what pays off more. So here they just have a crummy little thing. We get Maws of Savagery access. Alright, so what do we get from allied recruitment? Oh boy. We could just get hell cannons. Alright, so here we see the first decision point. We can get 4 allied units. If we get blunderbusses instead of marauder hunters, the amount of damage we do to basically all the stuff that we could be running into is a lot better. There's a lot of other choices. We don't have to stick with them forever, but I do think it's a good choice, though. Grab a couple of them. We'll drop one of the Kurgan hunters there. Grab the Ice Hunter there. Do we have global recruitment for anybody? No, not yet. Maybe not ever. Getting to level 20 already, though. And here we can... get that. And, okay, so that one doesn't count as a Monstrous Arcanum unit, I don't think. Or maybe it'll flip over later, because that one's a Regiment of Renown, which is in a different category. Anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll do another hunt on these guys before too long and see about getting a Toad Dragon of our very own, right? And we'll have an even better army to hunt it by then. Now, if we wanted a Hell Cannon, we could go ahead and get it, like, right now. And just sit here for another day. And then get them when we go a little further over, but... drop that and get, like, a sweet Chimera. It's a little expensive, but we're rich. And then a Skin Wolf, and then we have, you know, some monstrous infantry to back up the guys at the front. Now, do we need the Bearmen? No, but, you know, it's nice to have a couple of them, I guess. Give him a chance. And we're going to give him... That makes him lose something. The Sundering from the Executioner's Axe. That's not the end of the world, but since... I guess it would make any of them lose it. We can just give it to him, and, you know, it runs the risk of him being in combat less because I'm afraid of putting him into combat more, but, you know, get what you pay for, right? Throw battle, which is going to make him get higher defense when he's in a fight, and give us movement after we win a fight, which is just the best thing. You want to brawl? Jumping, you want to go? Do you think I'm afraid of you? I don't even know where you live. It says he's strength rank 1, but I mean, how strength rank can he be? We'll come knock at his door, coming through the Orc lands, if the need be, and they might be. Alright, and here we'll get the hunt for the Maw Herd, and that'll be cool. Love my hunt. It is the good stuff. Alright, so construction time. Loot. You take some damage, but it's not like a ton of damage, right? It's just like a couple hundred damage. Well, I guess that's a lot if it happens every time he casts, but if all he does... Yeah, because all he does is cast Overcasted Transmutation of Lead, and if he takes a couple hundred damage to do 30% more damage on with that, that's worth it. Yeah, there we go. Look at me, I'm doing a great job being a Chaos guy. Like, if he dies, he dies. Alright, so what we want to do now is we could try to pop Kolek. I can't believe he's still alive. He's got to have some cool defeat trait, but... So we can global recruit in one anywhere, but here we're going to be able to immediately start raiding him, right? Yeah. That's as good as it gets, you know. We're gonna get money. And this dude is... Yeah, they're afraid of the Chaos Blight, so we're gonna go here.
Make your offer, but do it quickly before I kill.
Grimgore. Grimgore's threatening me. I guess he hasn't yet accepted what's going on here. We could spin up another army now, and it may be indeed a good time to do so. Alright, so if we get a metal caster that already has poison attacks, but if we get a Marauder Chieftain, they can grow up to ride a Mammoth. Tar, you know, why not Tar? Why not Tar? Because we can already get a metal caster here, and they actually have a pretty nice little Little anti-hero thing going on there. So we've got the Bale Fiend around, and now we just add a Noble who starts at level 8, and all of a sudden we've got yeah, because I mean, starting at level 8, they're totally fine already, and then we're going to be able to get an army here that gets the job done. Alright, is there any 2-turn recruitment stuff that we have to have? Well, I mean, I guess you would describe a mammoth as something you have to have. So, the War Shrine, you lose the guy on the back throwing javelins. But you get the Giver of Glory Shrine. So I think we'll go with the War Shrine, right? Little War Shrine Mammoth. Any other 2-turn recruit stuff? I don't think so. We'll just get, like, them, add them in, come down here, grab some Chaos Warriors, and get ready to see about brawling with Cathay, or at the very least, making them regret that they showed up here. Look, here's going to declare war. No, he's going to try to declare peace with us. No way. I'll never declare peace with you, an elf. One more turn and we can do another monster hunt, and here we can catch the settlement. Just enough time. Beautiful. Now they're going to have Mangler Squigs. They've got artillery. Heroes. The Wa. And of course we've got all of our wonderful, wonderful stuff. Shouldn't be a fair fight at all. And in fact, it's our job to make sure that it isn't one. Orcs are great fighters, after all. But we have 150 winds of magic. Oh, it's about to be bad news bears for them. With the lore of metal here. The Nurgle lore of Metalcaster. Alright, so we just want to be, like, kind of far back, right? We've got regen on our monstrous infantry. We've got blunderbusses, right? We've got blunderbusses, so we're alright. We're going to be able to make them come to us. The Chimera and the Dragon are actually pretty close to each other in speed, which is a bit surprising. These guys have stock, which I keep forgetting. Because if they think they're just gonna like sit here and trade with me, they're gonna be so upset when they see what's actually gonna happen here, right? I say that. Wow, what hit me? Oh, a old spirit leech. And then they hit me with a gaze. Alright, well, in that case... I take way too much damage there. I mean, we got some work in, but that's still way too much damage to give away. But we're definitely softening them up, right? In a manner of speaking. I don't even think our monsters regenerate, right? Yeah, they don't. Anyway, we give away way too much damage there, but... Hey, look, we melt a goblin unit, right? So there's that. If that sounds very underwhelming and like I made a mistake, I did. I'm used to single entities that are less bullet spongy. I guess they only have 70 armor. And these Mangler Squigs are actually... We have their worst enemies right here, right? Which is a chariot character. Where they don't get to get their bonus first infantry. And then large characters that do it. I guess they explode a bit, but you know, they're not going to be able to get much out of that either. And we're just going to pop them here. Alright, I've made a big mistake. Maybe not a fatal one, but it is a big one. We've got our Famir a little caught out here. I'm not... Wow, the Mangler Squigs going to work. Going to town. They're really getting it done there. Rough stuff, but alright, so... You know, we had the winning ticket all put together, right? We had the chariot character in there, but we ran away to try to protect him, and, you know, you're seeing what happens now. At least that happened. Time to run, time to run. You know, it's not pretty, but... Look, Sayl regenerates, so... And the Fimmer regenerate, so... Really, it's the damage on the monsters that's bad, and we'll just move them back a little bit, right? And that means it's time to drop a massive, huge, an absolutely gutting final transmutation that hits their whole blob. The blunderbusses are in a position to free fire now. We need to get the big guys there. And there. Fire into the big uns here if we can. And of course, anyone that Chaos Dwarf blunderbusses are firing at is having a bad time. It's all the worse when you think you're fighting Norsca. And then that's what that's their surprise. Which is just outrageous. I don't feel for him though. Not one bit. Look, Grimgor tried to extort me, right? Which is just, like, shocking, right? I can't believe an orc would ever... And we're gonna send our monsters after the artillery, which honestly I totally forgot existed. But we are about to absolutely beat down this Revel Troll hag, right? Like, she is not at all going to like this fight. The Famir Balefiend is way better at fighting than she is. She's a wizard. He's not, I keep calling him Balefiend. He's a noble. Like, this is not the Balefiend. The Balefiend's a wizard, too. We're better than a wizard. We're a blizzard. 290 kills on Sayl, man. And the crazy thing is, too, is, like, that's not even, like, all abilities. We actually used his charging around to pretty great effect. But I'm sure a lot of it was abilities. A messy, messy fight. But we didn't get totally caught out. We get a ton of money in post-battle loot. And here we pillage and raise it, send the loot home, right? And take the chance of getting our cool items. And now you see me. Do you see? Look at me upon my glorious mammoth. Do you see? This guy gets a chariot. Do we leave him on the chariot? We just lose a ton of armor and all the fun stuff about being on a chariot. No, let's leave him on a chariot. We'll try to pay attention and keep him alive, right? That should be easy enough. When have I ever failed to pay attention in a game like this? Now it's time for our caster lord to finally become a caster. We're going to take the plunder first, because of course we will. Oh wait, no. Conduit first. And this is our pillage thing, and we were sending that home to our lands to drop it off. And then we can get rid of this guy who is raiding my lands once we get this army in shape. It's super annoying to run down beastmen armies in your lands, but very important too. Grimgor wants peace now? Yeah, I'm not surprised. Get wrecked, buddy.
You come for our new.
Alright, so he gets one of everything. Now we're like losing even more money. But, you know, it's going to be fine because we're about to go and make a ton of money whenever we... find things. Because, you know, the greenskins always have, like, a lot of levels in their places, right? You always really get a good payoff there. Alright, so now we just choose whether or not we deal with Grimgore up there first or not. Seems like a good plan, right? Because otherwise, we've got to do it later. And if we go up here and find out Tamarkan has one settlement, then we just pop him while we're there, right? Or we might be able to even trade something to him and get him as a vassal, but I think we would just eliminate him. He's too dangerous to be kept alive. And we could do another monster hunt. To try to get a toad dragon, because that's what we want. Oh, and there's one right here. Alright, so if we... we need to wait like one turn to get a full army. Well, that'll happen this turn, so we're fine. Do we drop the light horseman for something here? We don't have to. Another Chimera could be cool. It's quite expensive. No, let's not do it. This raiding camp has really turned the frown upside down as far as the economy goes. But it looks like for all that the dragons appear to be doing well against our pals Atan the Black, you know, all they've done is send him home, and who knows what kind of army he's going to get this time. We'll have an army to reinforce there before too long. And anyway, what we're sorting out here is more than worth what it's costing him. Alright, and this guy, we just... I mean, I guess get that... No, we'll get Pendulum. You always get Pendulum.
Chieftain of the tribe. Enslave the Southerners. Overrun the world.
It's just like so, you know, we got a mammoth, we got some monstrous infantry to back up the spears and the chaos warriors. I mean, so it's a decent little force. It sort of takes all comers. Will it deal with whatever they've got cooked up with a level 23 Meowing? Maybe. but it will be able to make them run away, maybe. It'll be a lot more than nothing. The spoils have been successfully delivered for the first time. Hooray! And it's even more big stuff than before. Alright, let's see what we can do, right? Because after this, we're going to get a toad dragon, and that's going to be awesome forever. No, they don't have ranged at all. So we can hang out very far indeed in the back. But as I'm doing, I'm like, well, we don't have that much space, do we? That's right, I have a mammoth now. Alright, well, I can't do the stuff I used to do with the casting there. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am super excited about being a mammoth. Nobody is more excited than me. Oh no, I sent the horsemen in. Well, that's bad. So they're trying to go the super long way around here. That's good. Alright, so we're surrounded there. We need to get a flank here. Shooting the bile trolls. If we just have them doing anything, but if we charge right here and here, we gotta support the Chaos Warriors there. The flank's gonna collapse. Alright, speaking of the flank collapsing, right here. These are Chaos Warriors. They'll fight for a bit, not forever, but the Toad Dragon is getting down right now, though. And after that happens, of course, you know, it's not going to be over immediately. The Mammoth's just having a party here, though. They are not running for long. Bile Troll running away. We're just going to get up in here again. our army is a much different army than the last one we fought with, even though it was just a few turns ago. Of course, we do crumble on this side. No doubt of that, but... But now that we can pay attention to them, you know, having the mammoth is so good, and I'm not having the mammoth. I have a regenerating mammoth. That's just such a good sentence. I'm not ever backing away from it. But it takes some getting used to lose your fast caster that was your early skirmish. But that's what the dragons are for, right? Get some breaths. Ideally, you would have a flying caster like a Balthazar Gelt sort of thing, right? But look, you can't have everything. We've already got metal casters. We've already got a caster on a mammoth. And I think there's the army losses right there. Yep. Right? Yeah. We can just chill for a bit and regenerate up. We don't really need to, though, right? Because of where we're at in the map. Yeah, we're in a fine spot. Alright, wonderful. We're going to get a toad dragon. I feel so much better at this game after playing 300 hours of Total War 3 Kingdoms for a couple of months. Just, like, so much better at this game. Because in that game, your generals can get, like, knocked off of your horses. So you got to pay a lot more attention to what they're doing at any given time. Replenishment or money? We got money, but 15 turns of it. I mean, the replen will be back before we need to fight. We've got bonkers high replenishment. And we get even more from this, right? No. Yeah. Cheaper. And there we go. We'll be able to get a toad dragon. Which means we're getting a toad dragon. Like, I don't even know where you recruit them from, though, but... But anyway, that's not the only one we're going to do, because we've also got some other ones that are already in the area that we're at, so we might as well try that. Now, a better Manticore, who cares? An Elder Dragon Shaggoth. This bombardment seems, you know, okay. 12 for the character or leadership effect. But Dragon Ogre Shaggoths, they are quite nice monsters. They're not like the most bonkers, but they're super good. And it'll be nice to have one. You know, anything you don't normally get access to is a lot of fun to get. Like, you know, I bet the speed there actually will pay off. Because they're like having a bad time here, but think about how they're going to feel here in a bit whenever we start sacking them. Okay, let's through this. Wait, and what? Oh, from the various events, we've already got access to those, and we've already got 10 of these? We got 5 capacity out of these? What? I guess this is something that you can get from anywhere on the map, but yeah, this is, Oh, never mind. Those are just... That's just showing you how big the numbers can be. I understand now. We don't have all of them already. We just have the one tow dragon already. Which, you know, is amazing. But they don't even start with regeneration? Really? I don't care, I still love them.
Overrun the world.
Do we put one in this army? Yeah. Yeah, we do. Why? To make it an army that we care about. Yeah, I think he built... Yeah, I think he built a place to not get his best stuff. But, you know, what are you gonna do, right? We're gonna go up and bash Grimgore, and then if he comes back in this way, he'll at least be wanting to... you know, colonize the ruins first. Probably, it looks like he's moving over in that direction anyway. Ward save for Norsca and monster units that are higher level and unbreakable for the big guys. Yeah, sure, why not? Guess we could start pillaging, just trying to get these good items. You know, he's an interesting little legendary hero, right? Because he helps out guys that are fine. They're a fine medium infantry, and that's good. They needed help. But, like, I guess they sort of... You know, it's nice when you have a hero that lets you get, like, an army that you wouldn't normally want to take, and that makes it better, right? Because we could spin him off into an army that was largely these bearmen once we get it going, and like maybe some skirmish stuff, and that could be like a cool little thing potentially. Right now, we're just trying to get the money working. Oh, Archie. How do you do, Archie? Archie being Archeon the Everchosen, Lord of the End Times and Champion of Chaos. We call him Archie. If we just drop them, and then we can get, what? A Hell Cannon, and then... yeah. And then all of our problems are over. Sure, it takes 2 turns to get it. That'll be alright. Sure, it could be, like, something cooler, but it couldn't be a lot cooler. It could only be just, like, a little bit cooler. It's like, do we drop the Bearman now for champions? Probably not. Nah. And he gets Lightning Strike there rather than after a thing in the middle, which is, you know, a little earlier, a little different than the other tree, but we're going to take a revolve there, and then we're just gonna keep on chasing this dude, right? Because he's raiding my land. No, we're going to go down here and be opportunistic. No, we're going to go up here. You know, maybe I should have taken 2 of them, but 1 felt fine. So we've already got just like 6 infantry, 4 ranged, you know, 2 flyers and a big monster, 2 monsters infantry, 4 heroes plus the Lord. You know, it's like it's a very single entity heavy army anyway. I didn't want to get too much more focused on it, I guess, but...
Slaughter the sheep. Bloodthirsty.
I'm like, are you going to become my vassal for trading me a thing? Is that what the eyes told you? It isn't.
of your obliteration.
He's like, I want nothing more than your obliteration, but it turns out that he'll just, like, work for me. But he's losing this war, and it would be better to beat him myself for a defeat trait. And anyway, one vassal's fine. We don't need that many. And he avoids us, of course he does. You know, the thing about the computers, they're a lot smarter than you are. If you're me. And they've got me spending thousands and thousands to put down this one guy, and Tamarkan gets destroyed. Awesome. It's like, this dude knows that I'm mad at him, and he's just running away repeatedly, which is, like, funny, but annoying. Ooh, Billy, look at that. Ain't that an army to make you shudder? Glad he works for me, right? Glad he... Oh, my goodness, look at that. Yeah, they definitely... they're definitely recruiting some real armies now. He still likes me, right? Yeah, he does. Oh, the Monster Arcanum's grayed out unless you have a valid thing to get at that moment. I see. Alright, so negative 5% upkeep. Why not? And you go down one line, and then you can go here and get more capacity and everything, which is actually kind of wonderful, huh? 360 missile block for Norse controls? I love it. Unit mass 15. A lot of good stuff going on there. A lot of good stuff. Grimgore, string length 45. Pathetic. I'm an admirable 33. Alright, so now if he gets away, he may get away for like a long time, but we needed to finally try to do it. Miao Ying has 4 armies there. Good for them.
Sayl has already told me your offer, but I will hear it from you.
If he only has 5 settlements, then we don't really have to worry about him. Not that we have to worry about him anyway. I mean, he's just Archeon the Everchosen. Like, what's he think he's gonna do, right? And we're just gonna walk straight through dude's lands. We're laughing all the way, you know, who cares? Not me. Blessed Dread get taken out by the coalition of the Cathayans, but of course we've got these armies which must be pretty scary and auto-resolve, but they're a little inside, and you know, there's a lot of Cathay here now. Oh, Kodak's over there. Cool. Well, I would love to fight him. Totally in proportion, right? Thing is when we go through the mountains here, it's just gonna be quick work of Grimgore. We're not gonna have to be afraid of him, right? So once you've blunted a greenskin's advance, it takes them a while to get back together. See, look at that. Just like I said, it's gonna take them forever to have any more armies. So their Wa is going, but what we're gonna do, right, is just go like over here. I mean, really, we could go like here and ambush, right? And then we can just see if he'll like go somewhere dumb. Bet he will. He's Grimgore. And we need to do more taming hunts anyway, so we're just going to do this one.
Slaughter the sheep. I submit.
Look at all of that. But we're going to be here to reinforce soon enough. But look at all that. Alright, so we do a little you want me to duel you? Yeah, and then we sort of don't duel them personally. But spell intensity all characters. Here we can get Bloodwind Keep with an unusual location. What do we got? A Slanesh cult. It's 6K to burn it down. It's a lot of money, but it's a big hassle. And we're more of a Zinch-aligned guy anyway, right? And look at that. Grimgor walks right into our trap. Like, yeah, Grimgor, you fool. Now you're trapped in here with me. Of course, he's got anti-large. Oh, from the weapon on Mike. That's right. Bolt throwers all around. But we've got our hell cannon, right? If we fight them underground, then they'll be quite locked up in a place. And if Grimgor sticks out and lets our blunderbusses hit them, then that will get it done. But what we're going to do is go ahead and end the video now. It's getting late. It's been late, and it's time for this to end. But I'm sure before too long, we'll be back here in the old world, getting it done. How's our progress towards victory conditions? And we just need to, you know, go more places, fight more dudes, and then do the battle things, which, you know, all in good time. We're making our progress. We're doing our thing. Oh, you get Berserk for Chaos Warriors at the top. Man, there's so many. So many amazing things for the campaign all coming together. And you know, we've got our mammoth. We got a crew of large guys. You know, Grimgor's good at hitting them, and they're not particularly good at hitting Grimgor. But with the three of them on him, we'll be okay. You know, we've got some answers for him. They don't have like a ton of range aside from all the bolt throwers, so we should be able to get the flyers in over there. And hopefully just get Grimgor shot up by the Chaos Dwarves. But we'll see how it all works out. He has Unbreakable, but not immortal. He just calls himself that. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really hope you've enjoyed. I'm sure having a blast with this campaign. We need to do his quest battle. We need to do all the other stuff. Need to see about getting this income in a better spot. But if we just find another level 4 or 5 building and sack it for massive amounts, then that'll make it all worth it. It's like, wait, yeah, we're forgetting all of our training, right? What we could be doing is like, where's the most money they make? Oh, never mind. We've got to have a thing in there to do these abilities. Like, we have to have something in. No, because it's a yeah, it's a manip. Huh. You know, because you should be doing that like all the time for the rare item and to, you know, take their money away and for free spoils. Anyway, when we return, the war against Grimgore, the Iron Hide. We've got a mammoth. It's not going to go so well for him. It's not just a mammoth, right? This is a mammoth with the caster on it, and we regenerate. It's a bad time for anyone who's not me. I'll be fine. I'm having a party, right? My guys have. Does that say 48% ward save? All right, because he's got. Yeah, so it's a mammoth with 48 ward save, 60 missile resistance, 120 armor. It's brutal. It's just brutal stuff. And I say it all the time. One of my favorite campaigns. It's just ramping up, and I'm having a blast. Can't wait to get back to it. But anyway, good night, everybody. Good night, Limtrix. Good night, White Warhammer. Good night, everybody who may not have been speaking up. And perhaps I'll see you in a later stream or video.